Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Ashley McDowell. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Previous construction workers for IPI speak out about no pay. Also tonight, inbound passengers bring new positive COVID-19 cases. And early voting is over. Let Election Day begin. In sports, students finally get a chance to run. Not for public office, but for fun. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Great customer rep, always willing to go above and beyond for his customers.
I truly hope she gets noticed at work, since I do see she is a hard worker.
The field technician that visited my home was great and helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. Uni, keep it up.
Your customer service is always very good.
Awesome customer service with great technicians that are really helpful.
Thank you so much, Sherlyn and Docomo Pacific.
That's so sweet. Feels good to see this kind of messages because we try our best to do customer service.
We make sure that we will 100% resolve the issues.
For all those people that are seeking assistance,
I just want my customers happy
and help them out each and every day.
I would want to go to a place with someone that's just like me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come to Docomo and you'll feel like you're at home.
For all those going out each day, doing what they can to hold us all together, we're here to help those helping us all by keeping our lights on.
Hafa Day Tirawami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, November 2nd, 2020. Turkish construction workers who arrived at the beginning of the year to work on the casino say they have not been paid in 40 days. They are now out of work and out of money. Our Chris Nelson has more.
We came over here, we are 12,000 miles away from our homes, and we have family and kids, and for the last 2.5 months we are in a very bad situation. We don't have any money to spend, any money. We cannot even help our families to pay rent in our countries, and the last 3 paycheck that we worked for, we earned it, we haven't been paid for it.
These Turkish workers arrived in January of this year, part of a manpower scheme with a Turkish company that was providing the construction workers for the IPI casino.
We came over here, a Turkish company brought us over here, and when we first came over here, everything was great, everything was going smoothly, but later on they just left, they abandoned us here, and they didn't respect the end of their agreement. And right now from IPI we haven't been paid for the last 40 days.
40 days.
40 days.
What was the agreement?
Anlaşmanız neydi?
Anlaşmamız her 15 günde çalıştığımız saat ücretlerinin.
Yes, we were promised that we'll be making $2,500 to $3,000 here. And we haven't earned anything like that so far. We were also promised that we'll get a vacation pay after we work for a period of 6 months. We'll be will have the option to be sent back for vacation to our countries. Right now, we don't know anything about those. We don't know anything about the flight tickets. We are just left alone.
Orhan, the man you see here talking on camera, is not a construction worker, and he's not a spokesperson. He's an airplane pilot, previously working for Star Marianas and now for United Airlines. He speaks Turkish and French and is helping the group as a translator. The workers say attempts to solve the problem have been unsuccessful.
We met them about 4 times, and they just we couldn't find any agreement, and since then they made our conditions worse. First, they refused to provide us food. Later, they provided us food, but they changed the food style, which nobody here likes. They stopped giving us bread, and the situation got very worse, and right now we are desperate. We are the victims.
Last week, local authorities shut down the construction site.
And right now we are all victim of the situation. Nobody has $1 left in their pocket, and we ask them for some money to get by for our living expenses. They say that they will give that money to us, but they haven't given us anything so far.
9 Italian workers who live alongside the Turks say they are in a similar situation, awaiting paychecks, tickets home, and not sure where to turn.
Tutti I problemi ci sono stati, senza luce, senza acqua, senza igiene. Non problem. Finisci il lavoro, pay, biglietto, ticket, casa. Io, pressione alta, bassa, psicologicamente non ci sono più. Casa.
No translation needed. Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Chris. A local woman has been released to third-party custodians today in federal court. Her charges believed to be drug-related. Jean Bracken was released to her father, Robert Bracken, and mother, Wari Bracken, this morning on a $5,000 cash bond. Jean was arrested by DEA operation on Wednesday of last week and spent the weekend in custody. The charging documents are under seal, but her appearance in court is open to the public. The attorneys representing Jean Bracken are Jack Torres and Matt Hawley. Representing the government is Eric O'Malley. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for November 13th at 9 a.m. Testing upon arrival has confirmed 4 new positive COVID-19 cases in the CNMI. This brings the total of positive cases that originated from a U.S. territory to 25. The individuals have been placed in isolated quarantine at Kanoa, and contact tracing has been initiated, including the passengers on the same flight. The CNMI has 96 confirmed COVID-19 cases since March. Currently, 10 are in isolation. It used to be called the midterm election, but now it is known as the general election, which is tomorrow. Officials from the election committee tells voters what to expect. Sally Lemus reports.
Today closes out the early voting period, and as officials from the Commonwealth Election Commission prepare for the big day tomorrow, voters are told what to expect for a smooth process.
The polls open at 7 a.m. Voters can report to their designated polling place wherever they're registered. They will need to provide the poll workers that are at their polling sites their picture ID. If they don't have one, we have forms called the no ID affidavit. The voter would just need to go ahead and fill that affidavit out in order to receive a ballot. Everything else is pretty much the same as every other election. It's just bringing your ID, but this time you're bringing your mask as well, and bringing your hand sanitizer and exercise your right to vote.
The polls will close at 7 p.m. so that much time is adjusted to avoid large crowds. And as for those asking about confined voting,
if they have family members that are not able to report to the polls on election day, they need to make that request at their polling site before 12 p.m. in order for our confined workers to go out and bring the ballot to the voter. So that request needs to be in at 12 p.m.
Everything has been going smooth so far, according to CEC Administrative Officer Kayla Igato. but they have been receiving some complaints from voters who are wondering about political parties taking watch.
We've been receiving complaints about parties, are beyond the 300. I mean, they're within the polling places with campaigning and stuff like that, which we try to send out the DPS rovers or our CEC staff to go out and rectify those complaints. But we like to, remind the political parties to respect each other, respect the law, and stay within outside of the 300 feet boundary.
As the big day is just hours away, everyone is reminded once again to get out and vote. I'm Sally Limis for KSPN News.
Election Day is tomorrow, and the CNMI Department of Commerce through ABTC is informing the public that alcohol sales are prohibited. And pursuant to CNMI law, from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on November 3rd, no establishment may sell or serve alcohol on any island where an election is in progress. But this does not apply to licensed establishments operating within hotel resorts, golf resorts, casino resorts, any CNMI airport departure lounges, and licensees operating on Managaha Island. To report a violation concerning this restriction or for further information, contact the Alcohol, Beverage, and Tobacco Control Division hotline at 285-1821. Coming up, families are honoring their lost loved ones around the island. Find out more after the break.
Buy one, get one free for the off-road adventure at Marianas Trekking. Come ride our side-by-sides at our best price ever and experience a great 90-minute trail ride. Rain or shine, hopefully rain. Book now at Marianas Trekking. Saturdays and Sundays by reservation. Call 323-8735 or book at marianastrekking.com.
Come, take your turn at the most unique restaurant on Saipan. Daily lunch specials are just $9.99 and come with super salad. Happy hour starts at 5 o'clock. And dinner features spectacular sunsets and great food at reasonable prices. 360 can be chartered for parties, events, birthdays, and weddings. Make it special. Make it 360. The best food and view all the way around.
Jose and Pedro were born on the very same day. Jose liked to play sports. Pedro liked to play video games. Jose's favorite word was pass. Pass me the ball. Pedro's favorite word was pass too. Pass me the rice. Jose is retired and has both time and energy. His life is just beginning. Pedro has diabetes, hypertension, and gout. His life could soon end. Eat less, play more, live longer. Brought to you by PHI, the pharmacy you can trust.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Cemeteries around Saipan were packed for All Souls Day. We take you to the Mount Carmel Cemetery in Shalankanoa to see how families are honoring their loved ones.
People filled the grave sites, placing flowers, candles, and prayers on where their loved ones have been laid to rest. It's All Souls Day.
It's a very solemn day. It's just a time of remembrance of our past dearly departed, our loved ones, and it's just a day to kind of remember them and come visit their gravesite and honor them and kind of clear it, and of course always bring flowers, to lift up their spirit while we, each one of us that does come here, we take time to remember them in our own hearts and ask for them to continue to watch over us.
It's a religious holiday. No, yesterday was a holiday, All Saints Day, and today is All Souls Day. It's time for us Christians to remember our relatives that have gone, and most of all, so it's a special time that's set aside, but you can come anytime, visit them, light them candle.
And do you celebrate this holiday every year?
Every year, it's a must for us, the family.
While some may be traveling around the island to pay respect at multiple cemeteries,
I have to go to, for me, I have to go to cemetery 3 times because of my dad in Tanapak, the man who raised me. So I have to go to Tanapak and bring flowers and light, attend the rosary or mass over there. Then after that, I go to Catman for my husband.
With my family, we're split because there's one here in CK and one in Cagman. So my wife's side, we were at Cagman for this afternoon. It'll be my father's side or my mom's side, which my siblings will be.
others are observing this day for the first time.
We pay our respects. And this is my first time attending All Souls Day, so I'm not really sure what to do.
And so you guys, you've kind of come along to kind of see how the celebration goes for this holiday?
Yes, me, but I don't know if he's been here.
Yeah, I've been here, but not for long.
A full day well spent carrying out the love, tradition, prayers, and remembrance for the souls of those who have died.
Pay our respects to our loved ones.
How long do you guys typically spend, sitting at the gravesite and paying your respects and praying?
I'm not sure. It's more like when they do the mass, we sit down throughout the whole mass. Yeah, and we just stay here and wait until the second one at 4 o'clock. Then do it again and go home.
I'm just coming here to burn candles and just sit, pray also.
And what family members are you coming to show your respects to?
Telegezo. Yeah, my great grandma, my great grandpa, my uncle, and my Nina. And yeah.
And is this something you come to do every year?
Yes, I have to. It's important.
One local says it's time to pay your respect to those that have passed, but also don't forget about those senior citizens who are still living.
We have to respect the culture, that we respect the dead, and I think we took this after the Japanese. The Japanese really reverend the dead. But society changed, and I try to help my local people that take care of the elderly. Because once you're dead, you're blessed, you're resting. So my belief is bring fresh flower and then come and visit the elderly like me. Give me flower and visit me once in a while. Amen.
Yes, we remember on this All Souls Day. Thank you, Ashley. All right, coming up in the KSPN2 Sports Report, we talk to the PSS Athletic Director to find out what's what with interscholastic sports.
Thank you for being here with us.
For finding ways to keep things happening.
For making things feel a lot better.
Thank you.
Energize, realize, feels so good just to be alive. Time's a gift, my time is free. I can spend it on you, you can spend it on me. I can say you'll be blown away by the change you see me. And I feel alright, dance all night, put a little flavor in my life.
Thank you for staying strong with us.
And for us.
Thank you for always connecting.
For keeping us together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding us
that despite this distance,
we are still better together.
Docomo Pacific, better together.
The Tan Sri Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to be going over the leg press. Now I have here with me is Vince, and he's going to show you how to execute it properly in two different ways. A common mistake that you'll often see is leaving your hands free, either up here or on your lap. I strongly recommend you holding onto the sled and create that tension in the upper body, which then allows you to create more range of motion. So with his current foot placement, he was feeling it on his legs, his quads. Now with a simple adjustment by placing his foot a little higher on the platform and his toes pointed out slightly, he's going to transfer that tension, which was previously on his legs, onto his hamstrings and glutes. Again, he's going to grab onto the sled, creating that bracing effect up here.
Did you know CNMI's coral reefs and seagrass ecosystems are worth about $115 million a year? Coral reefs alone are valued over $100 million a year. All the more reason these precious ecosystems must continue to be protected. Coral reefs are important to the people of the CNMI because they provide traditional and subsistence uses, production of commercial food products, recreational opportunities for a healthy tourist economy, and physical protection from storms. Do not break or collect coral to take home with you. We need them. Corals are living animals, and it takes decades to create reef structures. Planting trees, grass, and shrubs on bare soil helps prevent sediment from entering our oceans. Trees also help fight climate change. Use a rain barrel and collect water from roofs, yards, and paved surfaces. You can help keep storm water on your property and pollutants out of waterways by building a rain garden. The ocean floor isn't a dance floor. Stepping on corals can break them. Maintain buoyancy when snorkeling or diving. Nutrients from excess fertilizer increases algae growth that blocks sunlight to corals. Coral reefs need clean, clear water to survive. Help keep our beaches litter-free. Always take out your own trash and a little bit more. Anchor in sandy areas away from coral and seagrass or use mooring buoys so the anchor and chain do not drag on nearby corals. Reduce, reuse, rethink, repair, refuse, recycle. Do not feed the fish. Do not take or step on coral. Do not collect shells. Do not fish. Help with local tree planting community events, local beach cleanups, and get involved in protecting your watershed. Participate in training or education programs that focus on reef ecology. You can make a difference. Please contact Mina to get involved in community conservation.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans. Buenas sports fans, woohoo! Speaking for students now, interscholastic sports swings back into action at the end of this week. At the end of this week, I was right about that, with cross-country running, and there's more on the event horizon.
Friday, November the 6th, PSS resumes its sports with cross country, but with adjustments due to the pandemic. The size of teams have been reduced, and there are staggered competitions that'll stretch to Saturday. Athletic Director Nick Gross says they have a full table of sports ready to go, but they have to follow protocols.
Well, we're trying to clear that table and make sure that we can move into that, I think, as I hear murmurs throughout the community and the task force that we're moving towards green, we're hoping that that will enable us to maybe open up some more sporting opportunities. But, the bread and butter, the stuff that everybody's really excited about, the team sports, those are the difficult ones, with the uncertainty regarding the COVID-19. And so we're hopeful to get through that, and we're making plans.
Golf is back on the drawing board.
The high school level, we're hoping to resurrect our golf season. Last year we weren't able to fully follow through with it. We had it planned. Some of the kids were practicing and things, but this year we're hoping to give our high school men and women an opportunity to play some golf. We're working with Lau Lau Bay now to see if we can get that going.
And there are a couple of new sports possibilities.
The Badminton Federation, we've been doing some discussions. This, out of all the things that have been taken away, this might actually help create an opportunity for us to expand some sports opportunities.
Another possible first time?
We're working with the Triathlon Federation, to see if we can get maybe a biathlon going at least. In our case, especially with our public school kids, it's difficult to ensure that we have appropriate bikes for everybody, but we can still do the running and the swimming portions and things. And so we've got some things in the works, but we're just sort of kind of waiting on the vaccine, waiting on, the safety things to come out like everybody else. But don't worry, we're not going away. We're going to be right there ready to come back and make sure that our kids have opportunity at sporting.
As for the biggest sports, boys and girls basketball and boys and girls volleyball, it will not happen in 2020. Best case scenario, even with the NMI moving to Code Green, would be early 2021, but with social distancing requirements. The traditional end of school year sports of outrigger canoe racing and girls fast pitch softball will be wait and see for now.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Go-karts, off-roading, and the driving range now open at Marianas Trekking. Go-kart track will be open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays with 50% off when you book online at marianastrekking.com, hours 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Use the promo code HAFA50 to get your discount. Off-roading is open too by reservation. Come on a 90-minute trail ride that is perfect for families. Book online at marianastrekking.com. Golfers, come practice on the driving range. You can even pay online, and we will have the balls waiting for you. Come see us weekends at Marianas Trekking, 323-8735. Do you have the flexibility to work out between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m.? At Gold's Gym, we call this off-peak, and it can save you money. Short-term daytime memberships on sale now, just $59 per month, and gets you access to the biggest and cleanest fitness center on island. Get yourself healthy and strong. Check out Gold's Gym today.
For the record, Saipan Airport received 10.96 inches of rain in the month of October, and that's about average. Our high today, 91. That's 5 degrees above the average for November 2nd. Our low, not low at all, 82, and the heat index 107. Yep, that's what we typically get in July. Humidity 63%. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, isolated showers, east winds 10 to 15, high 89, low 80, seas 4 to 6. Sunrise 6:13, high tide at 9:51 in the morning, a low tide at 3:31 p.m., and then sunset at 5:47. And that is it. Make sure you vote tomorrow if you haven't voted already. Thank you for watching, and we have an election special that we'll have on Tuesday night, plus we'll be back on Wednesday as well. All right, that's it. Have a good night.